everyone? Welcome back to another edition of Sports to the Wire. For those of you who are actually new to the show, I am your host, Rashid White. My boy, Barry Burrell, on the other side of the panel there.
What's going on? What's going on? What's happening, guys? As always, good to see you.
Yes. Berg is back. All right. We're going to get right into this video here. As you can actually see with the text and title on screen there, that Odell Beckham was actually signed to the Los Angeles Rams.
That's right.
Right. And they're ready for a Super Bowl run. And Barrick, man, take us off. Can they actually possibly win a Super Bowl over here with this versatile lineup they actually have now? By adding on Odell there.
Well, now, right now, the way this comes down to it is that you have a receiver that has been off injured the last couple of years, but we're adding Von Miller. When he comes in, he's going to play defensive end for him. He'll provide extra pass rushing ability along with Aaron Donald, and then you're going to bring in Odell Beckham Jr. to help out alongside with Cooper Kupp. And Cooper Kupp right now is leading the league in catches with 74 catches. 1,019 yards right now. So he's doing pretty good, you know. Now you bring this man in here, that's a three-headed monster at wide receiver. Matthew Stafford now has options. Now Beckham can obviously run the short out. Cooper can run down the middle, especially when teams be playing the Rams in zone coverages most of the time. And then you have your third receiver. It could be Brooks or anybody else on the right-hand side that will be out there catching on the wing. This is probably going to give them an opportunity to definitely score 25 to 28 points a game. And with adding the defensive presence of Von Miller along with Aaron Donald, you may see keep teams at maybe 12 to 13 points a game. This gives you the recipe to go and make a run in the playoffs and become a Super Bowl contender. Now, as far as getting there, we shall see. You got Tampa Bay with Tom Brady. You know, you got the Arizona Cardinals with Kyler Murray and them boys. So we're going to see how this works itself out. But you do put yourself in the best position to make a run at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, now last week the Rams actually traded over here for Von Miller. Who will make his debut against the 49ers. That's the actual talk coming out of them.
Yep.
And so what happened in Cleveland? Let's go back with Odell.
What happened in Cleveland? What happened in Cleveland is pretty much, you look at the situation there. He went to Cleveland. It wasn't his choice. Remember, the Giants traded him there. We knew what happened in New York. They gave him a $90 million contract. He went on TV. You talked about the quarterback. You talked about the owner, John Mara. And then after a while, within the next week and a half, Dave Gettleman, the GM of the New York Giants, traded him to Cleveland. For two star players, Zeitler, the offensive guard, and Julius Peppers. And it was a fair trade. Everything worked out at that point in time. When he went to Cleveland that first year, he did very well. He caught 60 balls. He went just a little under 1,000 yards and 4 touchdowns, I believe, that year. He didn't do too bad. No, I'm sorry, he actually went over 1,000 yards that year. The next year, which has been injury-riddled year, right now he has 40 catches, 551 yards. So the problem is he has not been able to link up with the quarterback, and that's been his problem. And that's been the problem with the Cleveland offense. They have not been able to see things eye to eye between Baker Mayfield, the quarterback, and, of course, Odell Beckham. Odell is a receiver that basically needs the ball in his hands. He's not a possession receiver. What I mean by possession receiver is like, okay, you get him the ball, he'll try to get the first down, things of that nature. No, Odell is a home run hitter. Odell wants to get the catches. Odell wants to get the touchdowns. He wants to be the showstopper, and he has the talent to do so. He's 29 years old. He still has a little bit left in him, but he had serious injuries to his ankle. He had the ACL tear last year. So, this is kind of where, you are. And obviously, when they got traded or when they released him, then, the Browns played well on offense because they want to split the ball around to different players. Odell is a guy that he wants to be targeted 8 to 9 times a game, maybe even 10 times. Targeted means having the ball thrown towards him. So now with him being in LA, you have more of an option now to get that ball. But that's what the problem was in Cleveland, Rashid, that they did not have cohesion. All right? This is what's happening. Baker Mayfield could not get the ball to him. Beckham was upset about it. Beckham made his presence known. Then his father comes out and shows photos through a video, made that public about how many times Odell was wide open. All right? And Baker didn't throw the ball to him.
Yeah.
There's so much to go into that.
A couple of weeks ago. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a problem. So these situations were similar between New York and Cleveland. It's about Odell stepping up and saying something, whether it was him doing it on TV in New York or his father doing it here in Cleveland. And of course, your man LeBron making all his text messages about Odell Beckham because apparently they're good friends, you know. And one thing leads to another. Now there's a same, so not same, but somewhat similar situation about Odell speaking up publicly. And I mean, my personal opinion, I understand you're a showstopper, you want the ball, but you just can't be handling it with all these antics on the sideline. The cameras are watching you because they know who you are. You don't get the rock, you go on the sideline and start pouting. You know? You got to be a team player. That's the way they was trying to do it in Cleveland. They want to spread the rock. They got two running backs, in Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, that have to get the rock so much. You know, so it's really a tight situation in Cleveland. You had to be able to sit back there.
Odell can actually be a locker room disruption in a sense, though. Like, you know, that's kind of hard.
It's funny. It's funny you say that because actually he has not been. A lot of the Cleveland teammates, as well as the people in New York, have said nothing but good things about Odell. They love his passion. His passion is to win, but he thinks winning is also going to help him in, you know, getting the rock and him helping to contribute. You know, now the Green Bay Packers with Aaron Rodgers, they had a shot to get Odell too. All right, but the Rams wound up, you know, making the fair deal. They offered him a 1-year deal, and basically he's a rented player this year. After the season's over, he's going to be a free agent again. So, you know, it's only wondering what's going to happen. Now, the Rams, they're 7-2. They're trailing the Arizona Cardinals by half a game in the NFC West. So they're not only trying to catch the Cardinals and reign NFC West supremacy, but they're trying to get home field throughout and get to the Super Bowl. And actually, Rasheed, where they play at SoFi Stadium in downtown L.A., that's where the Super Bowl is going to be. So, okay, you know, they're trying to get the Daily Double over there, you know?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Hey, more.
Yeah, man. You know, but right, Matthew Stafford,
the Los Angeles Rams, and see how everything, puts together, and maybe we'll actually see them in a Super Bowl, and we'll see what actually happens. Los Angeles, you guys actually really need it right now, man.
Yeah, you know what? They had their shot a couple of years ago when they played Tom Brady and New England Patriots. They played in Atlanta in the Super Bowl. They had a shot there. They lost that game 13-3. But the quarterback that they had, you know, he was probably not the best fit for that system. And they traded him to Detroit in exchange for Matthew Stafford. So now they got themselves a better quarterback, and they still feel like they need to have more downfield threats. And they need to make sure they can assure when they get possessions, they get 8 or 9 possessions a game, they want to at least score on 7 of them. So you're trying to really give yourself the best chance to make that run. We shall see.
All right. We'll wrap this video up. If you like the video, please like, comment, subscribe. Certainly share this video. When you share, the universe certainly shares back with you. Peace.
Peace.